Yeah, Friday. Currently chilling right now in the parking garage. Lunch break. Mr. Charlie gave me a little lunch break early, not really. But I got some time. Figure I'd make a little bit more money talking to y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing today on this beautiful Friday? Did you get paid today and are you satisfied with your paycheck? Because if you're not satisfied, 2026.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walljasper in Chicago.
What's going on in
It's Friday,
Chicago?
December 12th. Today, the U.S. is preparing to seize more tankers from Venezuela.
Take them all, damn it. Take them all. Take all the tankers in Venezuela. If you are not satisfied with your paycheck, then 2026 you gotta find a new job. You gotta find something better to do. Or 2026 may be the year you need to just take off from trucking. Take off and go do something else for a year. I took off all the 2025 for the most part. Now I'm about to get back into it. So, don't ever think you trapped or stuck up in trucking. Because you're not. You're not. Look, I'm going to show you. I'm downtown Nashville. It's probably, 100,000 plus people downtown that live down here. And guess what? Less than 1% of them drive a truck. So you never stuck in trucking. There's plenty of opportunity out here, But as far as affordability, if you try and get something to rent down here, shit. What about that? Read some of these comments, see what we got going on. Take it from the top. Marquise in the building. I can't pronounce that second name. But you in the building. BK in the building. Diamond in the building. 95, 12.7 Freightliner FLD mid top. Yes or no for cash truck. A very reasonable price. You asking me should you buy a truck? Oh, driver, I know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before we get started, I got to do my disclaimer. They already asking me the wrong questions. This Q&A right here that you are currently watching is most definitely not to encourage you, influence you, or promote the use of buying, investing into the trucking industry, okay? So I gotta make sure y'all understand that right here, right now, okay? Now, would I drive a 1995 pushing that great 12.7 for the right price? Of course, I would do it. I got a 97. I would do it, but that's what I would, myself, and I. That's what I would personally do, okay? I don't know what everybody else gonna do. Everybody else, they need the latest, greatest shoe shines, gonna keep them out there on the road trying to get Mr. Charlie $1,000 a week. I already been there, done that in 2016. I ain't got 30 more years to get him, Mr. Charlie. I ain't got the time. I already gave him what I was going to give him. Whatever Mr. Charlie could get from me when I was leasing the Pro Star at $6.95 a week for life. Did I not give him enough money? I mean, how much more money do I need to get him, Mr. Charlie? He got a year of payments off of me. Is that not good enough? All right, then. So, yeah, man, shoot. The minute I start, look, when I stopped paying Mr. Charlie, and the truck note became $0, oh, I had all the free time in the world. I said, damn, man, I ain't got to work every week. And when I discovered I didn't have to work every week, I started saying, damn, I can start taking time off. I can start looking at other things. Shoot, man. I can start looking at other things. Man, I can go on vacation. Man. Then when the truck wasn't breaking down, I said, damn, I had a bank account bigger than this ever been before. Man. Anyways, let me keep reading. How much does it cost to get your own authority, and how long is the process? You have to call an insurance agent and get a quote for your authority. That's going to depend on your MVR and who you get a quote through. As far as the process, if you get a quote, today Friday. If you get a quote Monday, you should you'll have a quote back probably by like Wednesday with how much it's going to cost. Once you activate the insurance policy, it takes 21 days for it to go active. Trucking and stressing over there. What you stressing on in trucking? It's almost Christmas, man. You can't be stressing American elites. Nah, you might need to change something up. Too stress. See, I got rid of all the stress in trucking. I got rid of all the stress. Y'all maybe I need to lower them expenses, man. That's how you stop stressing. You just lower them expenses. Stop trying to, make sure, like I said, if you slow down, if you just simply slow down the amount of money that's just flying out of your check. I'm talking about all the money flying. Just read your settlements. Take Friday. Just look at the settlements. Listen to me. Just look at the settlement. For all y'all out there grossing 7, 9, 10, 11,000. Let's just take it from the top. Some of y'all on it, 73, 27 split. 27% is a lot of money that could be in your pocket. It could be in your pocket. If you want an 80-20 split, that's 20% that could be in your pocket. Then when we start reading the deductions, truck notes. The person hit me up yesterday talking about they truck note $1,400. I ain't got. Good God Almighty, what I'm gonna do with that? Why do I need to be out here with a $1,400 a week truck note? What am I hauling? Drive in? Is it paying $10 a mile? I mean, I'm confused why I need a $1,400 truck note. I mean, I'm confused. The highest truck note I ever paid is $695 a week. $695. So if the highest truck note, and that was for a brand new truck. If the highest brand new truck I ever paid for to haul, drive-in freight, reefer freight was $695, I don't need to break my record. I don't need to go above that. So when it comes to trucks costing $800 and $900 and $1,000 all the way up to $2,000, I don't need to find a way to get up there. No, $695, that was too high for me already. So I ain't even trying to figure out how to get even higher. That ain't for me. That ain't for me, man. I need to figure out how to go down. Then we take a look at some of these other deductions depending on where you're at. IFTA, for example. Maybe they bust you upside the head $25 a week for IFTA. Some of y'all $100 a week for IFTA. Some of y'all $150 a week for IFTA. They just busting your head. It's just really just robbery. It ought to be illegal. If you knew how much IFTA actually cost you, you would think it's illegal. You would think it's illegal. You're like, man, what? Administrative fees. So what is that? What is administrative fees? I don't know, but for some of y'all, it was $100 a week, $150 a week, $200 a week. You want to know what it is? If you ask me, you basically paying, paying trucking company. You paying them to show up to work today. You paying their salary. If you add it up, you might as well be paying their salary because that's all it is free money. Escrow. A lot of y'all ain't getting the escrow back, so why even give it to them to begin with? Why even allow them to take the $250 a week out in the beginning when you know you ain't gonna get it in the end? If they ain't gonna give it to you in the end, and you know this, next time you start looking for trucking companies, make sure they ain't got no escrow. That's how you avoid that. Everybody ain't gonna be able to get this escrow back. So just go through your settlements and just count all the money you could be saving. Now, how you gonna save that money? That ain't what I'm here to promote. That's why I got my disclaimer. You got to figure all that out. I already figured all that out. I figured that out a long time ago. Let's see. Working a 9 to 5 it is. Is working a 9 to 5 better than trucking? Oh man, there's a lot of people out here with a 9 to 5. For the most part, well, it depends. If you got a 9 to 5 and you W2, you out here somewhere with a 9 to 5 W2 and it pays you at least $50,000 a year, you probably will come out better than majority of 1099 truck drivers, only because these people, they home every day, they taxes is filed. After 2 years, they got FHA, they can get into houses, they got cars they can go finance. It's a lot better lifestyle, okay? But me personally, I don't have a 9 to 5. I actually never hit a 9 to 5 my whole life on earth, unfortunately. Would I ever do a 9 to 5? I don't mind doing the 9 to 5. I just ain't never had one. Like if I was working downtown 9 to 5, maybe doing some insurance, in one of these high-rise buildings, I wouldn't mind doing it. But yeah, I never worked a 9 to 5. The only other job I had outside of trucking was FedEx, and that was a part-time job at night. Went to work from 11 p.m. to about 3 a.m. in the morning. Other than that, I just always been a truck driver. West Texas checking in. Man, how y'all doing out there in West Texas, man? They letting y'all breathe or what? I need a ride to get some frozen yogurt. Nothing wrong with the frozen yogurt. In Big Springs with it. Big Springs, Texas, man. Can we do a live call in? But I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on my cell phone right now. Somebody asked what you hollering. Sand. How's the sand industry going? Let's see. I'm in jail, New Mexico, waiting on a new well. Whoa! No, driver. See, that's the problem. That is the problem with the oil field. Now they got you sitting, waiting for the well to start. And when does the well start? When does the well start? Because today is Friday. When does this well? How long have you been sitting? And when does the well start? Don't tell me the well start up Tuesday, and they want you to just sit for free. No. We look. Drivers that already been out there, we already done all the sitting for free for you. Andrew already set for free for you for long before you probably got out there. Yeah, listen to me. We don't sit for free no more in the oil field. Now I know a lot of people can't do this, but this is what I personally do. Okay, when the well looks like it's about to end, we park the trailer, go on repower.com, rent a drive-in trailer somewhere out of Dallas or Fort Worth, go hook up to it, and we go run for about a whole week, maybe even 2 weeks, until the next well start back up, and then we come back, drop the trailer off in Dallas, and then go back to the oil field. We don't let the money stop. We don't let the money stop, because not only do you got to wait for the well to start up, once it do start up, they got to play the wireline game. You know the wireline game. First they got to do pre-fields. That's a waste of time. After they do pre-fields and the well actually start up, they're going to constantly call out the wireline because they can't get it right. They can't get the wireline right for nothing. That's gonna take a week or two of sitting on the pad, man. What's going on with trucks, man? The wire line down again. They're gonna do that for the first 2 weeks. Talking about the wire line down. It's a lot of wasted time out there, man. You just got to know how to navigate around the wasted time. And you can only really do that with a trucking authority. If you got your own authority, then like I said, you can get on repower, just go get a trailer and be gone. Trying to start my own carrier. Should I start with a box truck or a semi? Oh, I ain't got no answer for that. I don't know. I don't know anything about the box truck business. You watch Landman on Amazon Prime. I watched the first 3 episodes, and that's it. I didn't watch it on Amazon Prime. No, I think I saw it on something that started with a P, like Paramount or something like that. But I know they came out with a whole bunch of new episodes since then, so I only seen up to episode 3. Let me see. Owner-operator paid every Thursday. How much y'all making owner-operator out there in West Texas? I live in East Texas and thinking about coming out there next year. Is it a good move? They ain't making no more money than they are in East Texas, man. Just stay right there in East Texas. You closest by the house. Why did you sell the flat top? Oh, no, the flat top is not sold. We still got the flat top. How much did you sell it for? I got a lot of people asking me about the flat top. I haven't sold any trucks. If I do sell the flat top, the money will be used for real estate, basically. Somebody said they grow 6 to 8. I'm plotting East Texas, Louisiana next year for a change of scenery. See, you trying to go to East Texas, he trying to go to West Texas, but the money the same. Me personally, I prefer East Texas. Now they done changed up since I've been there. But when I was in East Texas in Shreveport, they used to let all the truck drivers park at the casinos. I can't remember the casino's names, but there was one particular casino that it was like a good 1,000 trucks. They used to park there every night. Now before I left, they done away with all that, and then they I guess doing something with the interstate now. But yeah, when I was there, one particular casino they had 1,000 trucking parking spaces, and that's all we used to park at is the casino. And from then on, I just always worked in these Texas. And I'm like, bro, it's a much better vibe out here, much better vibe. But then, of course, all good things must come to an end. That's a nice red and white W900 on Long Mountain inventory. Yeah, I seen it, but it said coming soon. Will you put me on a secret shop if I come to Tennessee? The secret shop in Mississippi. Well starts later today. Good game though. I've been sitting for one day because I did an oil change. Okay, that ain't too bad. PH is upset because it's Friday and he ain't got paid yet. Oh, I gotta go check it out. He ain't got paid yet. What time is it? It's 3:40. Hold down. He ain't got paid yet. It's 3:40. He was supposed to be making phone calls at 9 a.m. I need to run y'all through what happened to me and Justin Lewis. Now he more than likely he gonna get paid, but man, it's 3:40. What you mean? The check ain't cleared yet? Shit. No, we got to pull the truck over at that point. No. 3:40. That's too close to 5 o'clock. See, at 5 o'clock, everybody go home. 3:40, the truck would have been on the side of the interstate with the flashes on and the triangles out until some money got paid to me. Yeah, we ain't waiting to Monday. We not gonna wait to see if it's gonna clear by Saturday. If the money ain't there, that means one thing and one thing only to me. That means trucking company damn near out of money. That's what that mean to me. The trucking company damn near out of money, man. Yeah, no. But anyways, man, he probably gonna get paid. Do you have any knowledge of LTL drivers paying operations? Now, I don't know anything about the LTL business. Yeah, I don't have anything. By the bypass dog track casino. I don't remember the name of the casinos. I would have to go back and look at some of my older videos, but I have no idea. Don't remember. Do you think it's worth it to leave company driving and grabbing my own truck to run refrigerated trailer? OTR won't be now, but will be the next 2 to 3 years. Not the great person, the best person that type of question for. That's why I got my disclaimer. Got to have my disclaimer. I don't know, man. The trucking industry is it's up and down. It's all over the place. It's getting money in trucking is not as easy as it was back when I, got my semi trucks. Nowadays, I don't know, man. They working on kicking the foreigners out. They said that's supposed to increase the rates. If it do, it do. If it don't, it don't. I don't know. I'm waiting for everybody else to tell me if the rates is up. The thing about me, out of all 3 of my trucks, I have never been in a dock door to get loaded with a drop-in or a reefer. You ain't seen none of my trucks in no dock door getting loaded. And I've been owning trucks since 2018. That's so sad. I had to think back on that. I said, damn, man, a flat top. I ain't never hit the flat top in somebody's dock door getting loaded. At least not that I can remember. The Classic ain't been in no dock door getting loaded. Now, I done been in a dock door dropping an empty trailer off, but I ain't never been in a dock door getting loaded. That's a long time to go. Never hauling, drive in a reefer. All that's gonna change here in a second, man. I may hook up to a reefer. Who knows with Andrew. I have trucking experience. I added my hazmat endorsement, no tickets, but I can't get a tanker local unless I go over the road. What you need, OTR experience or something? I have trucking experience. I added my hazmat endorsements, no ticket, but I can't get a tanker job. All the local positions taken up. Yeah, usually, especially if you're trying to do fuel. Usually all these spots, all these jobs, local jobs, they're gonna be real hard to get, and it may only be one spot open every month when it comes to local stuff. Now, if you want to do some food grades, some McLean, oh, they got a spot open all day, every day. Yeah, I know if I ever need $100,000 a year job here in Nashville, Tennessee, not McLean, well, McLean is one of them, but Cisco, they doing walk-ins. You just walk in on Saturday, you got a job. They don't need to see no resume, no nothing. You just walk in and show that CDL, you're hired. Yeah, you hired. But understand, even though they're gonna hire you, you probably gonna fire yourself when you get ready to see what the work consists of. 20 stops in downtown Nashville. Shit. Oh, they gonna hire you. They gonna pay. They got the $100K for you. They got the $100K, no resume. They'll take you on probably on SAP and 5,000 tickets and everything. But just know when you get the route, 20 stops. You say, okay, 20 stops, man. The most stops I ever did in trucking is 3. Well, we can do 20 stops. 20 stops, 20 warehouses. What warehouses we going to? Yeah, we need you to take that semi truck. You see between these buildings. Yeah, we need you the alley docket back behind that building. Okay, that's gonna be one stop. Now you gonna drop about 5 boxes off. When you get through from going through there, we need you to find a way to get up inside this parking garage right here. When you get inside the parking garage, we need you to unload. We need you to take that elevator right there. We need you to go 3 stories up, go all the way across there somewhere, and drop it off over there. Then when you get done doing all that, I'm gonna need you to fit down there in that parking garage. You're gonna unload, you're gonna take it to that building over there. Yeah, I ain't got time for all that nonsense. I ain't got time for all that nonsense, man. Ooh-wee. Somebody gotta do it though. Somebody gotta do it, man. I think they need to update pay. I don't think $100K, that ain't enough for that type of job, that back-breaking work. Why you got to make phone calls to get paid? Stay company, but get your doubles and hazmats and go LTL. Oh, you when you say LTL, you talking about line haul? Line haul was worth it. You talking about doing LTL line haul W2 company job, like for all these doubles and triple companies. That's always been worth it. Let's see. Be your guy. If you're referring to me, I already got every endorsement and take my hazmat test Monday. Me being busy today. That's the plan to gather the money for it. Can you tell me about when you were hauling fuel at Martin? Oh, I ain't never hauled no fuel at Martin. I haul fuel for Loves. Hey Andrew, you think you can help me get my escrow back from the Russians? You gotta email me. Man, the Russians, boy, they just steady pistol whipping. I mean, they just taking all y'all money. Let me go back to the original topic when I was first time. Look at you. Come on, truck drivers. Now look at your settlement. Today is Friday. And I want you to take a look at them deductions. Look at all those deductions, especially if you with the Russians. It may be this long. Now you're gonna look at it with your eyes and you're gonna say to yourself, what if there was a way to put 90% of those deductions in self-fuel back in your pocket? What, I mean, is it possible? Man, what if I was able to put that $1,000 a week truck note in my pocket, man? That's $4,000 a month. That's $4,000 a month, man. You know what I could do with $4,000 a month? Man. Then what if I'm that $100, or ELD fee? I forgot about the ELD scam. Don't forget about the ELD scam. It's so many deductions. I see so many settlements. All that stuff, man. It's ways to put all that back in your pocket. It may not seem like a lot, it may not seem like a lot until you start to do it. I remember when I first started doing it, I was paying nobody nothing. Shit, man. I just didn't know what to do with the money. The money was coming so fast. Only person I had to pay, I gave 3% to factory. Then I had mud flap to get the fuel, to get the diesel, and the rest of the money was in my pocket. And I got paid next day because I was factoring. I didn't know what to do with the money. Money coming so fast. I said, well, damn. Never thought about what to do with all this money. I was so used to giving it all to Mr. Charlie. You know, I mean, yeah, I was grossing 10K, 9K, and 8K when I was, leasing the truck and all that. It's just Mr. Charlie got all the money. He just broke me off, a small chunk of it. $2,000 a week. Yeah, he used to break me off like 2,000 a week. But when I found the way to give zero to Mr. Charlie, and all of a sudden I was breaking myself off 8,000 a week. Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with 8,000 a week? Oh, I know. I just buy more semi trucks. Yeah. That's what I said. I said I just buy more semi trucks. It's all good, man. Somebody can't find their car. Let's see where we at. I'm in Kansas area. Only LTL really hiring is XPO, but it won't be driving. They want you to do the warehouse first. Saying what's up, glad I caught the live. No tanker experience. Somebody said they started at XPO back in 1992. They trained me on the dock to drive. Back then it was called Conway. Yeah, I remember when XPO bought out Conway. I think Yellow Freight or YRC, if they still in business around here, you got to work the dock over there at that company too before they put you in as a driver. I'm waiting on the dock door as we speak in Riverside, California. Wellington is in the building. How can I find a reliable Migo to get rid of some cancer down here in Georgia? Man, you in Georgia. I don't know nobody on the East Coast that do cancer deletes. I would say, depending on the engine, I would go on like Facebook, go on the Facebook groups for your specific engine. Like for me, I got a 12.7. I go to Facebook, I type in 12.7. I see the 12.7 group with all the truck drivers in it. You'll have to post in a group and ask. And more than likely, you may have to drive outside of Georgia because I don't know. Georgia wise, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's how Titus Transport is. They do all these loads. Man, who can't find their car around here? Or somebody getting broken into. You think 13K is a decent quote for insurance? Coming on 2 years having my CDL. 13K for the year? Yeah, it's pretty decent. That's about what I pay now. I appreciate the advice for sure. You're letting me know I was already on a good plan. Once I test out for hazmat Monday, I'm instantly applying for an LTO company, just hoping it all pay off. Man, he ain't gonna give up on this horn, is he? Let's see, Chevy Avenue Gang. I used to run there every week. Atlanta to Riverside to Odessa to Riverside, then back to Atlanta. Team LTL. My year-to-date running Team LTL was already 130K. 130K in the building. Have you ever considered leasing on to Usher Transport out of Nashville? Yeah, I did. I put in an application with them for, was it the flat top? I think it was the flat top. And I think when I applied, I want to say all the spots was filled at the time. And that's when I applied for Loves and got the Loves job. OB in the building, hazmat is the golden ticket. Teams at SPO start at 95 cents. The top at Old Dominion is 97 cents. Big E will be 96. I ain't never heard of Big E. What's your email? They talking about I need to wait 45 days. What's 45 days? Oh, you talking about the Russians? Yeah, you gotta wait 45 days. Yeah, that's part of the truth and leasing law. So yeah, it's gonna be 45 days. But if they ain't paid you after 45 days, then that's when I would send the certified letter to them. But yeah, you gotta wait the 45 days. Everybody gotta wait 45 days to get your escrow back. Hey Andrew, I'm 19, trying to get my CDL, or should I wait like most people until I'm 21? I want to do the local, then eventually OTR. Man, I gotta get a happy birthday to man, I don't even know if I should say his real name, but we ain't gave the man no nickname. Let me think right quick. Nah, I probably shouldn't say his real name. Uh, man, we ain't got no nickname for him. Damn. I'm trying to think if the name that I know of is his nickname or his real name. That's what I'm trying to think. But he turned 22 years old. 22 years old today. Out of he out of either Fort Worth, Texas, or Dallas, Texas. Um, he was working around me and Justin Lewis and Coco when we was out. We went in the oil field. We was down there in Augusta, Georgia. He had his own authority. Drove a Peterbilt pneumatic trailer. He came and helped us out with some of our pneumatic work. But at the time, I had absolutely no clue. I mean, no clue at all that he was 18 years old. I had no clue. The man was 18 years old. He had his own 379 Peterbilt with a cat engine, his own pneumatic trailer, his own authority. He was hauling, down there with us in Augusta, Georgia. Direct contract. Me, him, Justin Lewis, and Coco getting paid $10 a mile. I didn't find out his age until last year when Justin Lewis his birthday, I saw his birthday post last year on Facebook, and his mom was saying happy birthday, my son turned 21 years old today. I said 21. I hit up Lewis. I said, hey man, my man, he's 21 years old. Justin said, yeah, he's 21 years old. I said, wait a minute, so in 2022 he was 18? He said, yeah, he was 18. See, these young guys, man, they taking this cash truck game. He younger than Malik. That guy Malik on YouTube. Y'all see Malik then took the cash truck game. He got him 4 acres and a house, driving that end up with that old school Freightliner, or as Josh would say, that old Ragley FLD. Let him tell it. But the man is 22 years old. He got a good, I want to say he got, as of right now, I done lost count. Last time I seen his yard, he had about 20 trucks. 20 trucks. He drive a GT 500 Shelby Cobra, a Mustang. The car damn near $100,000. His house is damn near paid off if it ain't already. The house is about $300,000 out there in Fort Worth, Texas. And he grind every day. He grind every day. His name, we gonna say his name start with an H. We'll just say that if y'all know him out there in Fort Worth, black guy, young black guy. Like I said, I had no idea he was 18 at the time working around me. I had no idea, how he was able to. I don't know if he had a CDL or not. I have no idea. But when people are that young and that successful, obviously somebody gave him the game. I never asked him who, because like I said, I didn't know he was that young. I thought he was about my age. I was probably doing that time, probably like 27 around that time. I didn't know he was 18, and I don't know how before it. Let me say this. He was 18 and he knew how to drive all over the place. He mountains and all. So I don't know how long before I met him was he already driving a truck. I have no idea. All I know is, truck was like 18 speed, 379 Pete, cat engine, pneumatic. Justin ain't told me nothing. Because I just hate that I never did no videos with him. I'm like, man, I didn't know. I knew he was way more successful than us, because when I met him, he already had 20 trucks. I just figured, I was like, okay, yeah, shoot, man. Every day, matter of fact, when we was in the oil field, he damn near had another truck every week. I was like, man, every week this dude got another truck. Another truck, got his own authority. He got on every door. Interstate hustlers. I give y'all, that's all we can say. The net, well, I think his company called something else now. Matter of fact, it is called something else. But it used to be called Interstate Hustlers. So that was the name of his trucking company. But that's not what it's called nowadays. But maybe they give y'all some clues of who I'm talking about. You can't do that with no type of leasing, by the way. That's all that type of stuff. That's all cash. Hey Andrew, I'm 19, trying to get a CDL. Oh, I just read that. Did you look into Party Hard? He don't want to buy a truck. Nah, buying a truck ain't for PH. It's not for a lot of people. Let me see. Which one of y'all told Party Hard that a damn semi truck only get 3 miles to the gallon? Which one of y'all was it? Which one of y'all that convinced that man that an old school semi truck get 3 miles to the gallon? What? Come on now. I know it was one of y'all. Was it Josh? Who was it? I didn't know which one of y'all that convinced that man that an old school truck get 3 miles to the gallon. Boy, I heard that. I said, man, damn, man. Y'all be giving that man some horrendous advice. Which one of y'all told him that? I said, man, what semi-truck engine get 3 miles to the gallon? And then I had to think about it. I said, well, wait a minute. If you are getting 3 miles to the gallon, you got to be doing one or two things. Number one, you got to be doing heavy haul. Pulling, I don't know, 200,000 pounds on a 4-axle RG up the mountains or something. That'll give you 3 miles to the gallon with a cat engine. I mean, but I don't know, man. I'm just teasing, man. Great advice about putting cash back in your pocket. I minimize my tax deductions with the S Corp status instead of LLC in SoCal. If y'all want to be considered an S Corp, or if y'all want to file y'all taxes to be taxed as an S Corp, you got until March 15th, starting January 1st. Make sure you do the paperwork. Want to get my authority one day. Hopefully a classic get sales, my first truck. Fuel hauling is where it's at. I'm getting ready to lease onto my boss to be a dedicated jet fuel hauler, man. You must be out in Texas somewhere. It is the slow season. Hiring LTL starts around February. Overtime all goes by seniority. We bid for the next year schedule between Christmas and January 1st in most places. Then they set the schedule for... That's all it says. PH is currently blocking the fuel pumps at the Speedway. What jet fuel paying these days? Headed to Salt Lake in an old raggedy Freightliner Century. How dare you, man? How dare you be riding out there in Salt Lake City with an old raggedy Freightliner Century? Man, I remember taking a $15,000 flat top out there to Salt Lake City, Utah, with that pneumatic trailer, that 1981 pneumatic trailer, man. I need to put that video back on YouTube. $15,000 flat top, cruising down Utah. Damn, that load paid me. That load paying us what, $13,700 from Memphis, Tennessee to Salt Lake City, Utah, with a full grade pneumatic. Got all the way to Utah. And you guessed it, they declined the load. It was so bad. They declined the load. That was one of the biggest contracts I ever lost in all the trucking. And it wasn't my fault. But then again, I guess it was my fault, but then again, it wasn't my fault. But if I would have heard, I got experience doing chemicals, hazmat chemicals with quality carriers, okay? Anytime I took a tanker to the tank wash, if there was product left in the tanker, obviously they ain't gonna wash it out unless they gonna start charging you by the barrel, and it's gonna be a lot of money. So usually you have to take that tanker back to whatever receiver and finish unloading the tanker before they wash it out. Well, I'm used to, like I said, if the tank wash don't call, ain't no problem. They're gonna get it done. Here I come with my pneumatic trailer to get a full grade wash. Me, Justin Lewis, Anthony, we all getting full grade washes. They wash the trailer, no problem. We pull in. I'm talking about the tank wash in is it Memphis, Tennessee? Nope. Cross state lines. West Memphis, Arkansas. Behind Empire Chrome Shop. That if it's still, I don't know if it's still there or not, but behind Empire Chrome Shop, where all them tankers back there, I'm pretty sure it's a tank wash back there if they still back there, but we get 3 full grade, washes. They wash the inside of the tank perfectly. Nothing wrong with the inside of the tanker, but however, when they wash the inside of the tanker, obviously all the food or all the old product went down into the belly line and it did not come out, and it all pretty much got stuck in the belly line. Okay, but because this was my first food grade wash, I didn't know. All I knew was tanker been washed. We got the receipt, the washout receipt. We good to go. We get over to the shipper. Obviously, they got to inspect the tanker before they load food grade on it. They inspect all 3 tankers. They inspect everybody. They pass us. They load the tanker. Well, when I got out there to Utah, oh, wait a minute, give me a second. There we go. So, I get all the way to Utah, and keep in mind, the load paying $13,500 or $700, one of them 2 numbers, but it's me and Justin Lewis. We following each other, okay? Both our loads pay the same thing. I get out there, now I'm unloading first. They pull us in, I don't know what that plant is out there in, I want to say it's like Trenton, Utah, something like that. I know it started with a T, I just can't remember the city, but it's basically right outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a big old manufacturer food plant out there. They pull me in first. Now keep in mind, to unload this pneumatic tank, they got to hook up to the belly line. That man opened that top to that belly line, it was sealed up, so they had to cut it, unseal it. When he opened it up, he put his nose down there, he said, damn. I said, what's going on? He said, man. I said, man, what you mean? He said, man, come down here, man. You smell this? I said, smell what? I put my nose down there. I said, this is not gonna end well at all. Man, it was nothing but old rotten flour all throughout the belly line. I said, damn. Yep. Did they blame us? Nope, they didn't blame us. What they did was they paid us $13,700 and take it all the way back to the shipper. I made $25,000 that week in 7 days. The problem is when we got back, obviously they had us belly dropping into the ground, and they was finna have us, reload. The problem is when we got ready to reload, they did a real inspection and saw. Man, these trailers got rust on them, and man, it started turning into something. Hey, man, these trailers got rust in the belly line. Y'all need new belly lines, man. Hell no, man. We been called Oakley up in here. And sure enough, they called Oakley, and Oakley took the contract, and I done got white men some more money. Man, Oakley got them food grade tankers in there and started collecting left and right. I said, damn. Mr. Charlie wins again. Anyways, man, let me get up off here, man. Mr. Charlie calling me, man. I got to go, man. Got to go.